Salute, salute all my generals, all my lions, all my real men, all my queens, all my princesses, all my lionesses. Y'all already know what this is. This Lions and Men. Let's get into it. Unfortunately, this is a pickup of the Blue Boy saga. And I do say saga because it's been a saga. His life is a saga. The Blue Boy saga is real. Started at a very young age, teenage, man child, already doing double digits in prison at a teenager, already a father, as he's going to prison, as a teenager, becoming a man in prison, catching 2 homicides while he's in prison, going in there already because he caught a homicide as a teenager, as a baby, as a young man, a man child. He wasn't even a man, he was a man child. That just wasn't trying to take no shit from LES. Salute the lower deck, LES, and all y'all already know what it is. It's Lions and Men. You know, it's a sad occasion because it's been confirmed, solidified, and stamped that unfortunately, Luis Rosado, aka Blue Boy, is back in the belly of the beast on Rikers Island. And it's sad. It's crazy. It's unfortunate. And I feel for him. And I feel for his family. I feel for the Rosado family. I feel for his son. I believe he had one child, probably got grandchildren by now. I'm not sure. But salute to the family. And I can imagine the trauma that is too, knowing like, dang, daddy back in there again. That's crazy. That's hurtful. It's fucked up. Excuse my language. Trying to keep it clean. But at the end of the day, I really feel like there's more to this that needs to be talked about. Because I apologize, I couldn't find my notes. But, the only way that change could come and help could come due to the new circumstances and evidence that's been presented and been talked about, if it's all accurate, you know. So the other narrative now is that allegedly Blue Boy disarmed this dude, and that's how the man got shot. So if that's the narrative, then yeah, he has a better chance of some form of self-defense. But unfortunately, this is New York City. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is where the case was caught because he is from New York City, from LES. The closest case that we could get to that was the man in the bodega. I forget his name, but there was a outpour, an outcry, a public outcry for his release. You know what I'm saying? They was on it. Let him go. He was fighting for his life to protect his store. Now, bringing it back to Blue Boy, I did my research, did some homework, come to find out, it was official. He definitely was working at this weed dispensary, but not only was it a weed dispensary, this was a social club, according to Big Baby Glenn Davis from the Boston Celtics. According to him, this is a social club / dispensary, and they sell merch and all that. So, according to him, Blue Boy's specific job was to be outside the dispensary / social club and, basically watch the merch, protect the merch. Because obviously the merch must be some decent price merch. I mean, this guy's a celebrity. I doubt he got product out there worth $2. And Glenn Davis, in my mind, I believe he tried to help, but at the same time, he grew a respect for Blue Boy from all the shit that he done heard, and he felt for him, and he was like, wow, and probably in a way, became a fan of how gangster he was. And he was like, he could utilize that gangsterness, that fear that he thought will exude from Blue Boy to every single living person that walk past his store for to make them think twice. So you're trying to use this, fear tactic on dudes that you don't want messing with your merch that's outside the store or even inside the establishment. I would assume because security is something that happens inside. His job. So now I'm somebody that just finished doing all these numbers and I'm getting this opportunity. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on it. I'm not gonna think twice. You know, I'm gonna jump on it. Why? Because he's giving me an opportunity. I'm not gonna think like, damn, what happens if I gotta put hands on somebody? Like really, really put hands on somebody. I'm not gonna probably care. Like I want the money. Like, nah, I ain't gonna put nobody. Hopefully, I don't have to put hands on somebody. Ain't nobody going. You know what I mean, maybe at the end of the day, though, when you security stuff it happens, and you in New York City at a popular establishment. I don't fault Blue Boy for taking the job. You feel me? Like that's an opportunity for him to get on his feet. You know, and you working for a celebrity, an ex-NBA player. That's great, bro. You're known. You're getting known on social media platforms. That's beautiful. That was a blessing. But then here we go. I listened to Vlad and Big Baby, and basically, you know what they said? You know, like, yeah, you know, shit. I feel safe with him around if shit go bad. So basically, if shit go bad, if things go wrong, you expecting him to handle business the way he's known to handle business. He's only known to handle business one way. One way, bro. And unfortunately for that, that's snatching souls. Thank God and prayers to the tank that tried to stick up the establishment and where Blue Boy was working, because look at what happened to him. And he lucky he got his life. You know? But I can't say that I'm mad at Big Baby Glenn Day. I'm just saying I'm disappointed that you ain't had the common sense. Why put him outside protecting merch or security, period? Why not put him like selling stuff? Try to, you know, teach him how to, you know, help do other things in that establishment. Besides, nah, you were gone. He was a gone in his mind, I believe, and that fit his role. The problem is somebody like that, Blue Boy. You gave Blue Boy an opportunity to really like change his life. That's how he looking at it, right? He gonna take that to 1,000% to the heart. I bet you, I promise you right now. If you was to talk to Blue Boy, he'd be like, yo, I love Big Baby. That's my brother. That's my comrade. On life. I promise you he'll say that. I promise you. You know why? That's how real dudes do, man. That's how men that have that type of mindset move. I put myself in his shoes. That's why I know that's what he was, because I would say the same thing. Yo, I love him. He gave me an opportunity. The problem was Blue Boy was still fresh. Come on, man. I did half the time that he did, but like in 2 bids. I ain't do half the time he did in 1 bid. And the longest amount of time I did straight was my 12-year bid. And he did 30 or 30 something. I said 39. I might have been wrong, but I know he did over 30 years in prison, bro. And that is crazy. And then he only wasn't even home a year. You know, shout out to his family, because, you know, his family never had the opportunity even to really get to reconnect like that, unfortunately. But, you know, now we got to just, you know, praise to Blue Boy and stand firm behind him. Anybody know about, you know, start a little a GoFundMe page or anything. You know, you're going to need money on his books. And I'm saying I hope Glenn Davis, he really need a lawyer. And he need a public outcry. Now let's bring it back to the public outcry. That man that owned the bodega, I forget his name, but I'm gonna remember. I will probably post it on the title when I post this video. This man at the bodega, everybody in the city was going crazy because there was video footage of this. I haven't seen or heard of no video footage all of a sudden of this. Doesn't Big Baby have cameras? Where's the video at? They gotta have some type of footage of this. You know, did this happen outside or inside? Because I still do have some questions. There's a lot of unanswered questions that I do not know the answers to. That hopefully we will get to find out. Because if he disarmed this man, and this man came in there threatening his life, and he was doing his job, you know, what bites him in the, you know what, is the fact that he's an ex-felon. And not only he's an ex-felon, he has 3 murders on his jacket, my man. And now he's fighting an attempt, man. That's why you don't put somebody like that in that type of position. Any man, any dude that was a real man, a real lion, that you put in that position, that's even though they're trying to better themselves and be a productive member of society, you put them in a position where they want to protect something and you're giving them an opportunity to protect something. It's security. I'm not talking about selling. I'm not talking about retail. I'm not talking about customer service. I'm not talking about hospitality. I'm not talking about construction. I'm not talking about being a manager. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking about security. You're gonna take it 1,000. You're gonna take it serious. You're gonna be hands-on if you need to be hands-on. And as a man on parole, you cannot put a man in a position to have to put hands on anybody, because if he does, he's going to go to jail. You feel me? That's just stupid. Of not Blue Boy, but of Big Baby, man. Like, no common sense, no lack of street knowledge. You ain't a street dude at all. You may think you may have had, you've been through it. I don't know your story, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know your story. All I know is that what you did was good at heart, but up here you was lacking a lot of like Pistol P comes to mind. Fat Joe, when he snatched Pistol P up and snatched him up running with him with the Goon Squad, but he had him with him. And he was taking care of him, like, here. And, Pistol P was a little bit more known because he was already out in the town again. And back then it wasn't social media. It wasn't all these cameras and shit like that. So everybody didn't really know about him until he was dead. It's like, oh shit. So now, who knows if this dude, the 25-year-old dude, he probably didn't know that was Blue Boy. I mean, who's saying that he didn't know that was him? Try to make a name for himself. Oh, this dude Blue Boy working there. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying that. It's definitely a possibility he didn't. And I'm saying 9 times out of 10, it's probably he didn't. And he got this on. And that shit makes way more sense to me versus what I heard yesterday that he had a gun. Remember I said that's some real bozo lemon hand shit. See, Blue Boy ain't gonna do no bozo lemon hand shit. He gonna handle his business the way he handled his business. And unfortunately now he's fighting an attempt murder. And that's sad. And it's crazy and it's heartfelt. And I could imagine what he's going through in his mind right now, because when you go back into Rikers Island, bro, that feeling is it's crazy. You go in there and immediately when you go in there, you see something happen already that you like, fuck, are you serious? Because I remember after I was at home 5 years. After doing my 12-year bid, came home, I've been home 5 years. I ended up going back to the island for the violation. I was like, oh my God, it was like the worst feeling in the world. The same day, I saw like 3-4 different incidences. And I'm like, woo-sa. So I could imagine Blue Boy, when he went to the island, he saw the island is wild and it's crazy, out of control when I left there, bro. It ain't get no better. He gonna be looking at that and he gonna be like, what? WTF? He gonna be like, what the? He gonna be quiet. None of these young boys gonna know him. There's gonna probably be some old heads that may know him. He gonna be quiet, observing, looking. He ain't gonna say nothing. He know how to bid, but and it's I feel for him, bro. Cause and then he looks mad humble. Blue Boy doesn't have the look that you would think that is like somebody that's on that type of time. Let's be honest. He looks like somebody that you sleep on. And that's the problem. Dudes are sleep on him. And I'm not saying he look like no bank or nothing like that, but he doesn't look like a threat if you don't know who he is, bro. Humbly, and that's honest. He looks like a regular, smegular dude. And now he back on the island, and the island is the way it is. I fear that he gonna end up hurting somebody in there, and making it worse, bro. That's my biggest fear, and prayers to his family. I definitely feel his pain, at least to the extent of knowing exactly what he going through and feeling, going back to that island after being, he ain't even been gone. I was gone 5 years, bro. He only been home, I don't even know, maybe a year, bro. And he did way more numbers. So for him, it's like even hard, it's even worse feeling. But at the end of the day, it's still kind of the same because it just hurts. It's pain, bro. You was gone years, now you back. You know what I'm saying? What you did years, you was gone a certain amount of time, now you back. It just hurts. You know what I'm saying? And he fighting a crazy case. So he needs a lawyer, man. We need to put something together. You know what I mean? Free Blue Boy. You know what I mean? All day, every day. Free Blue Boy. I hold Big Baby and all them and Vlad and all y'all that was doing that. You know what I mean? Go do sign for him to get a official lawyer. Because with a good lawyer, he probably could just do the violation. The violation is going to be something difficult to beat. Let's just deal with reality. He regardless to what, he was at a weed dispensary. He had to put hands on somebody. The way maybe he can't even beat the parole hearing, which would be great, and he possibly could even get bailed out right now. With the way the laws are right now, Blue Boy could possibly get bailed out. With the new bail reform right now, Blue Boy could possibly get bailed out with the right lawyer and the amount of the right lawyer. Period. Could get him some bail because they'll get them charges reduced, get them dropped to like an assault or something like that. And then the parole is gonna be the issue. The warrant is gonna have to hold them. So you need to find, and they got loopholes now with the parole also. You know, so God bless Blue Boy. I'll keep y'all updated with anything that I find out. You know, definitely prayers to the family. And y'all already know what it is, man. Hit that like, hit that share, hit the subscribe, hit the shares, man. It's your boy Chulo, Lions and Men. Let's get it.